All right, shaman time. Thank you guys. Thank you, Joder, again for the 1,000 bits. You know, I like Sir Finley, the impotent, but I think I'm just gonna grab Flint, which is I think more powerful, more consistent for sure. And one thing is for sure about RedBeard shaman decks is they almost never have any excavate cards in them. So I love Wind Chill. I don't like these cards. I held my keyboard up to the camera and I reversed it. Yeah, damn. I'm gonna grab this Needle Dick Totem. Drawing cards is nice. I will take Diligent Note Taker. I am not a fan of Tidal Wave. I think I would definitely take Crusher over Tidal Wave. But Note Taker's good. Quick draw cards. Wind Chill, good enough. Lightning Storm. Not a huge fan of Lightning Storm, to be honest, but the other cards really suck. And I think Lightning Storm is okay. No digging for us, not yet. So do we pivot into Jades? I have found Reincarnate to be surprisingly playable. There's Containment Unit, Proto Drake, the 4-mana 4/4 that gives you little 1/1s in a pinch can work. The Walking Mountain is a hit. It's just like, there's only Jade Lightning. And I feel like I don't end up with many Jade Lightnings. Even when I get offered Jade Lightnings, I don't take them that much. It is an elemental, and there is elemental synergy. The 5/4 elemental. Like, this is a great card to play on 4, and then play that card on 5. And by great, I mean, like, cost 4. Is Nether Drake bugged? Which one is Nether Drake? Ain't no way Chillin' Yeti's a 4/5 in standard. We passed a 4-mana 6/5 already. That's not very good. All right, I'm going to take the Reincarnate and hope it kind of pans out. Well, there you go. So you go Walking Mountain, hit, 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 hit. Reincarnate it, hit, 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 hit. Stays at 1 health. Then hit him 4 times for 16 the following turn. 3/3 Drake the AoEs if you have Holy or Shadow spell. I don't believe so. I saw it yesterday. Holy or Shadow. Yes, Holy and. Yeah, you have to have both. It's a horrible card. It seems like it should be good. I had one yesterday because I had a Kazakhstan Priest and I had to take it. But yeah, you need both. All right, let's grab the Walking Mountain. I'm going to take Cacti Cutter. We got some cheap things we can use. Wind Chill, Lightning Storm. Maybe we want Lightning Storm. Doesn't really matter too much. Like a 2-mana 2/2 draw a spell is just a good card. If you get it and cast it beneficially, like, sure, whatever. 2-mana 3/4 taunt that draws you a useful spell. Oh man, nasty. I swear, I talked about it the other day. The number 1 card in the last, whatever, expansion or 2, ever since this card came out, of cards that are offered against other cards where I have to pass it. And it's not so good, so, you know, it's going to be a certain type of card that gets passed a little more frequently, but I have the Reincarnate, and I want it. And I think they get better in multiples. It's like, I feel like this card is my number 1 most passed, most regretted card across all classes for the last, like, 2 months. But I think Shroomscavate's just really insane, and getting the Excavates is a big deal. And it makes something like Conductivity such a good card to be offered when you have a card like that. I'll grab Nimbus. Not a fan of Bolt. And I'll grab Spirit Mount. The other cards are bad. A lot of these picks are pretty straightforward, but it's not like where you get stuck with like a Chillwind Yeti here, and it's a straightforward pick, but they all suck. It's like, yeah, Spirit Mount's good. We got a Nimbus, that was easy. We got a Walking Mountain, that was easy. Like, we have good cards. We need Tumbleweeds, we need Hexes, we need Fire Alleys, we need Wildpaw Caverns. That's what we need. Well, ask and you shall receive. Like I was saying before, I get offered a lot of Jade Lightnings, I feel like. You know, 1 or 2 a draft, and I feel like I don't always even take 1. You just take the Tumbleweed here, and then if you had taken that Jade card, you'd be like, oh, maybe I should take it, but I would take Wind Chill probably over that. And I talked about this the other day. I really firmly believe there's a direct correlation to how much fun, how much success, and then by proxy, how much fun I have in a given stream is directly correlated to how many Sunspot Dragons are cast against me and how many Sunspot Dragons are cast by me. And the more that are cast against me and the fewer I cast, the dramatically less success and fun I have, I see, it seems. Not that Sunspot's such a fun card, but it does pretty much enable you to win and then cast all your other fun cards, so I'm going to take it. This is interesting. I think Shockhopper's great if you're hitting Walking Mountain, or if you're hitting Don't Stand in the Fire. It's just a lot of duds. Doomhammer's pretty bad. Card draw's not great. 3 mana 2/3 Wolves, not great. I think the safer pick is Don't Stand. The only argument, I think, which is I think a pretty real argument, is like the elemental synergy just really matters sometimes, particularly if you have the 5/4 that spits out 2/3 cows. Then cards like this get so good. I'll take the Shockhopper, and I'm a big fan of Don't Stand in the Fire, though. And there's the Eye of Chaos, which I would be so happy to be grabbing if I already had the 4/4. So just chalk that up to my feelings of regret. Why aren't we diving in butts? I thought this was a Hearthstone stream. Did he break the meta? Oh, man. I think Snowfall Guardian's okay. It's good when you have Tumbleweed. It's good when you have Walking Mountain. You want your opponent to commit more to the board. But I mean, what if I get a couple of those 4/4s still? Then I'm going to be really happy to have the Eye of Chaos. I think I might just take Deputy here. An extra copy of Windchill, Tidal Wave, an extra Shroomscavate. Those are all good hits. Dehydrate is fine. Crusher probably is just like the best card here. I don't know, man. Overall, Forge cards, I'm just lower on the Forge cards. It feels very expensive to spend 2 mana to get that effect. When you don't have another play, it's great. But oftentimes I feel like I just have to cast this card as a 3/3 on 3 to kill a 2/3. And it's like, yeah, it's still good. You're like happy to have it. The flexibility is part of what makes it powerful, but just almost never feel good forging. Got a second Shroomscavate. Definitely don't mind that. I think it's quite a bit better than Dehydrate, which I think is an okay card as well. It was fun to see you in whatever the hell that Dread stream was. What a fever dream. Yeah, I was talking to Droder about it earlier. I think that game looked horrifically boring and very poorly made. But, I mean, if he was having fun, cool. Chat has fun. They say such funny things during those type of games. Or when he's, like, messing up during the driving game he played that one time. Like, when he's just crashing his car. Any of these weird games. Like, it's really fun to watch those games because chat is just on their all-time best during those meme games. I'm going to grab Sleepbreaker, which I'm just very high on as well. 2 mana, 3/2. It draws you a card, and the card it draws you a card. I think this card's kind of insane. And then we don't have the elemental payoff, but cards like this, Menacing Nimbus, that's the easiest way to just get free elemental payoff. More Wind Chills, sure. When he got a complimentary Thrustmaster, when they sent him the Thrustmaster 5000 or whatever, and at first he didn't realize he was doing a racing stream, so he was sitting on it, and it was just vibrating and pulsating, and he was screaming. That was good. They put the poor man on the screen with the Thrustmaster that he had to sell. I really hope, you're always rooting for the streamers as much as, we troll Dreads and it's crazy and, frustrating as he can be at times. You're rooting for the streamers. You want the streamers to have success. You want them to get paid because, you got a nice sponsorship deal. I really hope they took some of his money away from him for the Thrustmaster. Just because, it's not fair for him to have tanked their product so convincingly. Just kept crashing the car, and he's like, I think it's the steering wheel, but I drove with him in real life, and it was very similar to him playing that racing game. A lot of crashing, a lot of screaming, pedestrians, a lot of fear for me while watching and while sitting in the car with him. I'm going to take this Wildpaw Cavern. That's like the best card I think you can get. I'm going to grab the Fire Ellie. We asked for Fire Ellie, we asked for Wildpaw Cavern, we asked for Tumbleweed, and we got them all, so... Wow. All right, buckle up. We're going 12. Proto-Drake is very good. Menacing Nimbus is very good. We have a great legendary, 2 Wildpaw Caverns, and then almost 0 bad cards. I will say, my last Shaman deck that had 2 Wildpaw Caverns went 12. And my previous deck that had 2 also went 12. And my other deck, which was god-awful, that had 1, went 6. So each one seems to be good for 6 wins. Triple Shroomscavate? Would love a Shockhopper. We could end up with a hand that's like Reincarnate, 2 Shroomscavates, and can't do anything. And that'll be, pretty bad. What's up, Tarantulagram? Well, it's Guard or Bluff. I don't want, Legionnaire. We have 1 Totem in our deck. It's probably just Guard. It's better stats. It requires less work. Okay. 3 Wildpaw Caverns? I went 6 out of 7 shaman decks without 1. And then the 1 out of those 7 had 2 and went 12. And now we have 3 and 1. Okay, well, we got a bad pick finally. We have Elemental Beast, we have Murloc, Naga, Elemental, Totem, no mech, we have Dragon. This card is probably like fringely serviceable. I'll just take it. These are elementals too. Even a 3/3 that buffs like a Wild Paw Cavern +2/+2 feels okay. I don't mind the 1/2. Yeah, I don't either. Just very low impact. If you don't have it on turn 1, it doesn't really do anything. If you have it on turn 1, like, yeah, sometimes it's okay. Double Tumble. If Rykel hits, it's okay. Yeah, so it's like if it's in your opening hand and you go first, particularly, it can be okay. I'd say its biggest value is having people overreact, like spending the coin and a 2-mana spell to kill it so that you don't get a thing, and then you just play a Menacing Nimbus, then they hero power, and then they're really far behind. But more often than not, it's probably better to just ignore it because it's not doing that much. I like Pebbly. Do I have Overload? Oh, I do. I have Walking Mountain. Do I have one more? I do. I have Lightning, and that's it, but that's okay. And our final pick, I mean, Astral Portal is a way to throw. The other two are bad. Supercharge is, the worst or the second worst treasure. So the Seeds is pretty bad, especially in a deck that has 3 Wild Paw Caverns, 3 Shroomskavates. You're going to give up an entire card and like a third of your deck you're just not going to buff. And then it's like if your next draw is Shroomskavate, you don't have a minion. Then your next draw is Wild Paw. You summon a 3/4 on turn 5 or 6. Your opponent is just going to kill you. Whereas if I cast Astral Portal and I get a 2/2 or a 3/3, it's like if I'm trying to do that on curve, it's going to cost me a game once in a while. But if you're getting a 4/4 or a 5/5, it's totally fine. If you're getting a 6/6 or better, it's absurd. And the thing is, like, I'm not going to really rely on Astral Portal on curve. I'm going to be hard mulling pretty much for Wild Paw Caverns. So I really should be playing a 9/12 on 4. Of all the decks in the meta that, people are like, oh my god, every deck you draft, someone's like, oh my god, it's the craziest deck. I would say this deck is more likely to go 12 than 3. Certainly, we're going to play against similar decks, and it's certainly not a guarantee, but this one hopefully gets to push us pretty far. 3 Caverns, yeah, I mean, it's gotta be a way to start, right? Well, if you're gonna have it, you want to draw it around that time, right? As early as possible. Maybe their whole deck is built around it. Got a Sleep Breaker. I could play this and draw a million cards. I think I'm just gonna play this because it's better, and it adds a card to my hand right away. I'm still gonna play Wild Paw, though. I should be able to draw 1 or 2 cards. Well, yeah, 1 or 2 pretty much no matter what, right? If you look at a spot like this is where the power level of that card kind of... It's like you're playing it on 2 or 3, it's just not really going to ever do anything. Hope you're having a great night. I mean, RedBeard Sama. Thanks, Astro. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Probably just a Storm here. Guess I can see what I get. I could freeze one of these. Freeze next turn. Can't play another Wild Paw next turn because, well, I'm still spitting out before. Oh, we didn't get one of those. Not that you can get everything, but one of these is a pretty big deal. But really, it's like when you're casting that card, you're trying to just find a Tumbleweed half the time. Mr. RedBeard, your beard is looking particularly... The beard is looking particularly handsome. I need to trim it. They came in and did the apartment inspection today, so I was trying to delay. I was trying to delay trimming my beard just so there would be less like disheveled beard hair all around. Penis inspection. 2 Wild Paw Caverns back in the day. You'd already be celebrating your 12 wins, or is it 3? We have 3, and I celebrated my 12 wins when we got our second one offered. So. What's up, punks? Hey, Bert. They were in here for a total of like 20 seconds, maybe. And I answered the door. I answered the door with pants on and no shirt. Felt like the thing to do. There's a lot of farts on 10 to 12. Yeah, it's probably not a good bet because of how strong the deck is and how much I hyped it. It's probably better just bet on a couple bad draws or a couple barcodes. And then you can have good odds. 3 4-mana 9 12s. Not bad. It's more respectable than answering with a shirt and no pants. That's what I figured. If it was a matter of respect, like... I'm trying to get my sister into the other part of my house. Landlord asked if she was as lazy as me. Told him she was the one who mowed my lawn last week. He said he'd consider it. That person must feel like you're a barcode. I am on a new account. Lord Voldemort. I am on a new account, so they can see my name. If I'm in streamer mode, can they see my name? How does that work? They must be able to see my name, right? Call me Vocal. Thank you for your follow. Call me Vocal.
Your judgment begins for Doomhammer.
I mean, these aren't Wild Paw, so should I even bother keeping them? Probably the 1 and the 2. Call Mevo Cal. Who's Mevo? You let you see the names again? They need to. I have a headache. I don't know if it's from watching Dreads play the Anus game. Or from reading Twitch chat's messages. Certainly one or the other. Against that, I want to try to kill it as fast as I can. Particularly with a free kill. If I play this, then I play this. It gives him 2 turns to magnetize it. He plays a 2-mana 2/3 and magnetizes that. That would be very bad. Oh. So we get the free kill. And we have another 2 to follow up. I missed the fart competition by 30 seconds. That's a long time. You're having a blast with chat during the butt diving game. I actually would sometimes look over at it and start to feel a little ill. I was like, oh, why is he sawing this person's butthole from the inside in this game? And like the look of jubilation and glee on his face made me all the more uncomfortable. I had to stop watching midway through. When he took the ring out, I did leave. I didn't think it was gonna get more fun. I felt like a lot of the good jokes had probably already been, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna freeze this. Get an extra draw at a Wild Paw on curve. And maybe a way through. It only got worse after the ring. I did see some screws and some nails. Some lady was like eating screws and nails in the game. I also thought that was another potentially good time to just kind of, you know, tap out. After a friendly minion is healed, give it to attack. Well, and coins. I didn't see any coins, thankfully. I'm legit ill right now. Gotta sit in my roller chair to make my salad. What happened to you? What kind of illness do you have? Why does he have this? That's a paladin card? I mean, I guess if he gets a rock, it's pretty solid for him here. There's a way through RedBeard's light will shine through it. True. Is getting cozy and streaming at night your favorite part of your day? No. No, this is my job. I'm not cozy. That's great. This is the opposite of cozy. Too much nicotine at once. It's like taking too much caffeine. Well, drink some water. Sit on the toilet. Job. This is my job. No, the end of the stream is the cozy part. Come in here. How many buffs? 5 buffs.
I can't do that. Could you repeat that?
So do I do 5 to that thing? I guess. Maybe he has a magnetic card. For all we know. Thank you, RedBeard. That's exactly what I did. You are wise and I respect you. Ooh, ooh. Can't be either too much nicotine or caffeine. There can be, Adam. You can die. I haven't had any caffeine in like over a year.
It wasn't that big.
What do you think about that? If I get the canary. I didn't get the canary. Down to 6. It hit.
Don't distract.
Okay, that's a lot of hits. The diminishing returns of having 3 caverns. A little bit. Just a little bit. It's funny because I thought about playing this on turn 2, and I was like, what if I hit cavern? Then I thought, well, I probably don't want 2 caverns on turn 4 or 5 or 6. But I would have had 4. So, you know, that's still okay. We know he has a taunt. Oh, that is unlikely to get taunt.
Time to get a grip.
Time to take a shit.
The victory is yours.
Well, free 3/4s for 3 turns is insane. True. In my experience, you have to clear every paladin minion. In the past, I think that was more of a thing. Back in like the earlier days of Hearthstone, in general, it's like if you can take a free kill, like if you can kill a 1/1 with a 1/2, your opponent's at 30, there's really no point in pushing the damage and then letting them Blessing of Kings their guy. Or Shroomscavate it, or brew it back, or whatever. There's no point in that. If your opponent's at 8, you know, that 1 damage might matter. You have a Fire Ellie in your hand. Just getting them down to 4 matters a lot. You kind of have to be able to make those decisions.
Can escape my fury.
For doom.
Not so black and white, right? It's got to be a little more of a gray area for all those types of plays. But in the past, it was, yeah, like, are they going to play, you know, a River Croc into a Spider Tank and then Blessing of Kings it, and then I'm just dead? Or, you know, is it worth coining out my True Silver to hit their guy so they can't Blessing it, and then I can play a guy, and so on and so forth? I don't see Wildpaw Caverns, but I guess I don't need it yet. I just need it in the next 2 turns. Not the best cards here. Most arena games are over by turn 9. Not this meta. Not even close. Not even close.
The calm before the storm.
In a lot of metas, games last on average between like 8 and 10 turns, though. Which means some games end in 6 and others end in, well, I could have had another Shroomscavate. I am just gonna play this. Kind of hoping to keep the elemental streak going, but it has ended. We ever wear the Pikachu hat again for the day ones? I don't have the original Pikachu hat. I think the other one might be somewhere. The gray one might be somewhere. I'm not sure. I think I had 1 black Pikachu hat, 2 gray ones, I think. We had the Team Liquid hat, the blue Liquid hat. And then this is actually the day 1 of, I don't know if RefuGeek bought this. It just showed up on my apartment door earlier today. I didn't buy it, I don't think. Let's take this. What do I draw here? Lightning Storm. Could freeze his guy again.
Sharper than bane.
Yeah.
Take shelter. Take shelter.
Okay. So I can play the Fire Ellie and then deal 3 damage with Scar, is that right? I could play the Fire Ellie, and then if I draw another Elemental, then I can play the Rag on 8, and I can deal 5 damage Scar. Caverns in your bottom 3 cards. That would be bad. Alright, so what does he play here? Not a, what about Lightning Storm here? Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. But if he doesn't activate this card this turn, then we're going to get it caught up in the card next turn. The Elemental Chain. Yeah, the Elemental Chain's definitely worth it. Annoying.
Hey, do you want to buy a?
You know what?
Okay.
It's doubly annoying. So if I get another Elemental... I did get an Elemental. It's like, it's not that good anymore. Alright, I'll do this. Even if I overload 1 this turn, had I overloaded 1, I could have still just scarred next turn. I might Scar next turn. We'll see how the math lines up. Missed 2 damage. Oh yeah, he did. Very common mistake. You want to go face with the lieutenant first. Then play your death rattle, and then it will change into a minion that can attack. How many cards do I have? I have 10. Wait, why do I have 10 cards? Oh. Yeah, you know what? I can kill 2 of them. I might kill 1 of them for free. I might push 8. The only bad hit is hitting the 2/2, and then it
My hand is full.
doesn't feel good. I guess I burned a stick up. That's, I suppose, a little bit of a consolation prize. Let's click which one.
A curse of frogs.
It's not active, so I don't care. Shit. Goes face, he ignores it. I blow up the whole board. And then what else do I do? 2 mana. Yeah, I mean, that's not that good, actually. He's gonna burn a card for that?
Everything will be swept away. The snake in your blade.
I mean, he gets another...
Full.
He gets another weapon, but, I mean, he's already got the weapon equipped. Can not play that and Tumbleweed. Doesn't work. Wings. And if I keep the 6/6 alive, I'm gonna win. I got 2 Tumbleweeds here. So let's play one of them. Let's play this thing.
Elements guide me.
They take 13. Yeah, they did take 13 that turn. Might still be able to get there. I mean, a lot of taunts coming or whatever. Freeze, thank you for the follow. Freeze. Those trade my guys. That pushes 4 into my face, which puts me at 10. Which means he's dead to Lightning Storm Doomhammer? I don't want to get caught by some sort of eviscerate, like swing eviscerate type stuff. 10 is a 10. 10 is equal to 10. Probably a closer game than I would have thought. Now, that game we drew, 40-50% of our deck and didn't draw a Wild Paw, and as a result, we got to play a much more fair game. The Scar worked out very well for us. I have like some kind of pimple on my nose that is just absolute agony.
Thrall versus Gul'dan.
Look and see if I can pop it later to get some relief.
For Doomhammer.
Wonder if I ever even keep the Needle Rock Totem. I think no, even though typically I would. But I just want to be ahead on the board. Go like Shock Hopper into Menacing and then coin out a Wild Paw. Whereas if I go Shock Hopper, Needle, draw a couple of 7s or 8s or 9, if I draw this Walking Mountain, he takes our guy for free. I'm not really protecting these. Like, the early game cards, protecting them is a pretty big deal because I have all these Shroomskavates. So just having these minions in the mid game could matter a lot. If I like drop exceptionally poorly and need to Shroomskavate a 2/3, like we've already done in a game here. Okay, well we drew poorly, but in a different sense. It's okay, next turn we'll start doing things. TBB, is Shmagoigle a mod in this channel yet? Shmagoigle is a mod in this channel. He is. I don't know why Dreads refuses to mod him, but he's a mod here. Hoots, good to see you. Did the Flames win today? I feel like the Flames won today. NHL.com. I thought I saw that they won 4-1. Did Edmonton win again? Oh, they finally lost. Oh, thank God. And then what am I doing here? I can't do that. I could do that and cycle this. But I think I'm down to just do this and see what I get. Yeah, 4 mana, 5/6. What if I hit here? Then what? I don't really like it. I mean, he's gonna just kill it, but that's fine. I would rather it die, I think. Conference. How are the Flames doing? They're in 11th, but they're only a few points out of 7th, right? Probably even the Coyotes, all the way down to 12, have a shot still. I mean, really, Minnesota probably has a shot. Not a good shot, but to make the playoffs. Kuzmenko scored on the first shot with the Flames. Nice. Feels like that happens a lot, but it probably doesn't, but it feels like it does. The guys score on their first game with a new team, or their first shot, or whatever. Their first shot in the league. But there's probably just so many guys that isn't true for, and you just don't really think about it. That's my thought. Is this my last turn? It is my last turn. So let's just do this, and then we can play 4 and 1 next turn. Die to a 1/1 is better than doing 3 damage and freezing the 4/5. When the alternative is I'm probably gonna throw my 5/6 into his 4/5, and I don't want to throw my 5/6 into his 4/2. That has also killed my 3/1, kept his 1/1 alive, and continued to push 1 damage against me. I think so. It's certainly not a guarantee, but that was my thought process at the time. Because I'm gonna be trading into it anyway. I don't know exactly what happened, but I didn't end up getting that trade, which I thought was plausible. Huh. Is it ever better to throw this one in? Keep the taunt. I've got the tumbleweed. I'm going to push the damage. That makes sense, I guess. You guess. Yeah, sure. It's like, I don't know what he used, but if he's forced to use resources to answer it, like, rather than me throwing it away and getting effectively no value from it, there's diminishing returns there. Plus, I've got the AoE. I've got some lifesteal. So taking an extra hit, if things don't work out the way I kind of anticipated, that's kind of okay, too. So, as always, there are many lines and there are many considerations, and it's very rarely like so cut and dry as like, oh, this is the right play 100% of the time. You can only operate with the knowledge of what's in your hand and what's on the board and what you might draw and what your deck does and all that. That's all you can do. This card is like even better because it doesn't even die. These things don't even die to the the endless AoE that I am also spitting out. That won't be good for him. That was his own face. I was so close. Why is everybody talking about Drake today? Who's Drake? Well, that's fine, as long as I don't draw them. Lindholm did the same in Vancouver tonight as well. Oh, yeah? That's not good for me. I will freeze that. It's also not good for me. I can Wind Fury, that's 12, 15. I have 15. Did I ever Lightning Storm to kill the 1/1s? No. I don't think so. Yeah, I'll just take the armor. I anticipate the game ending soon. And I'll just make sure I have the extra armor this turn. A video came out showing Drake's hot dog, apparently. Doomsayer for the memes, you coward. Me? You coward. Alright, so, you know, spill the details, spill the beans. How you know, is he packing heat or is he pulling a dreads? Yeah. You have something that could rival RedBeard's legendary Meat Zuka, or are we talking about like 10? Long boy, to be honest. Oh my god. Probably it was surgically enhanced, no? I didn't see it, but apparently he could have been porn instead of music. I don't want to search Drake's penis on my computer. Let me do it on my phone.
Thrall versus Thrall.
I'm just reading the article titles. An alleged Drake dick pic has leaked, and he has a hammer. Drake's dick is not pencily. Come on, that's pretty funny. Rumors swirl after video allegedly shows Drake waving his dick around. Drake's sausage has been leaked. Drake apparently confirms it's him in the leaked video, showing enormous penis. Hey, is that you? Is that your enormous penis? You know what? You got me. You got me. The truth is out. That is, in fact, my gargantuan hog. Yes, it is. Seems like the type that would go for the enlargement surgery. The memes have been amazing, though. Yeah, I haven't seen it, or I haven't seen any memes. The first I heard about this, oddly enough, actually did come from KBB, filling us in on the penis news. How am I skipping my turn here?
Take shelter.
If it was small, he would have been blaming the AI deepfakes. Oh, 100%. For sure. We'll never know who actually has a small penis ever again. It's a real tragedy. It's a real tragedy.
Take shelter.
Shaman Caverns draft. Great Scott. 1.21 gigawatts. Gigawatts. I'm glad I'm not the only one who didn't want to see it. I wouldn't mind seeing it, just, you know. Yeah, it's a talking point. I didn't see it. I did quite enjoy reading the headlines about it. I can only hope that one day my penis makes headlines, but for the right reasons, you know. I was kind of hoping he would play this, but not trade off his card. Didn't really work out for me, though. Funny, we talked about how good it was to have the Shroomscavates, to have the Wildpaw Caverns in combination with the Tumbleweeds, that kind of like protecting us almost. But it also kind of screws us with the buffs. Like, I don't have the minions yet. 4/6 taunt, or I play this, and then next turn I can play an even cheaper card. Right? It only costs me 2. I can go 2, 3, 1. I can play the treasure. 12. Oh dear. Well, actually, it's better that that gets hit by Don't Stand in the Fire than this, right? Because he might not have a second AoE. Fire Ellie's pretty juicy here too. Just remove something. But maybe we high roll a bit. Any of his? Well, I asked for any of his. I guess in a sense I got that. Order lol. I love that you get that reference. A lot of younglings don't know that series. Yeah, I mean, that's probably true. I mean, the movie came out before I was born. Back to the Future's like mid-80s, isn't it? It's like 84 or 85. It's not like it came out in like 88 or 89. I didn't see Back to the Future until I was like 13 or 14 or maybe even older, 15. And I will say this. The first one is great. I love the first Back to the Future. The second one is actually, like, for the first hour, like, not very good. I don't think the first hour of that movie is very good. And then when they go back to the future, when they go back to the first movie, then it gets really good. But before that, yeah, I don't know. Is it that good? Like, all the kind of, like, Biff Trump Tower kind of, it's like, it's just okay. Kind of drags. And that's when it feels the most dated, right? When they're in the future, it feels really old and not well done. And the movie's 40 years old. But when they're in the 50s and 60s, it's like it's always going to feel a little timeless. 50s? Are they in the 50s? The Western one isn't super, but I enjoy it. Yeah, so like I still enjoy them. Don't get me wrong. I still enjoy them. Nothing. If I play that, I have nothing. Like, I love them, but I think I haven't seen the Western one in a long time. I should rewatch the Western one.
Like my totems, my pretty totems.
Because I rewatched 1 and 2. They were on Netflix or something, like, within the last year or two, and that's when I was kind of like, oh, you know, yeah. That, first half, or the first hour or so of 2 is not as good as I remembered.
My pretty.
No taunt. No taunt. Okay. You can play the, it's funny, I can buff it up to 7, but then this deals 7, so. It's also funny because I want to play this, but it's like I can't play Flint and this. It's kind of all or nothing. That's not anything? That's not like a Tumbleweed minion type? Does 1 mana discover 0 cost to a high roll excavate? I mean, it depends. Sometimes you really need a rock. Sometimes you really want healing in a draw. In general, I think it is the best one in the early game, because it's just giving you a free mana and a discover. I'd say all of the discover a card excavates are the best, with the 3 mana one being surpassed by the discover the elementals and draw 2. That one's now the best, I think, just in general. Sometimes you need 3 of the whole board. Sometimes you need lifesteal and rush. Sometimes the location can be really good to buff up 2 totems, you know, over 3 turns or whatever. That can be really good too. I'm gonna kill the mech in case he got a magnetized card from that containment unit or something. Elemental synergy exists, but it's usually like once it's on the board, it's already cashed in. I mean, I could destroy it and get another one. I'm not so sure that's actually that good. The issue being, it stops me from playing Wildpaw Caverns this turn. It gives me the legendary treasure, but I think in general, the epic might be better than the shaman legendary. And bot is sweating bolts right now. That bot sweating bolts. I saw that movie when I was young, so the hoverboard was everything. Yeah, that's fair. In Back to the Future. But now those hoverboard scenes kind of look like shit. Let's be honest. Is he hexing me? He is hexing me, which is kind of bad, because now I don't get the epic card. I am still getting clobbered. Yeah, I mean, I need to kill this one. This guy's free. Banker stops my train. I can hit there, get one more minion. I really don't want to take this 6. Try to get a totem. Maybe a totem's just better. A taunt totem. Alright, what spells? I have Wind Chill, which could be good. He has Shroomskivate, which is bad. He doesn't have Shroomskivate. 7. Okay, I can get my own Tumbleweed. Am I guaranteed to get the Tumbleweed? I don't know.
Nothing I can do.
Yeah, we could have froze the thing, but that doesn't really... I mean, you're only removing 4 power then, because you're leaving up the other minion. That's not very good. It's good against Shroomskivate, probably, but you can do a lot of things. You don't have to type everything you can do. There's a lot of things you can do every turn. I have Sunspot, I have Walking Mountain. I can draw the Walking Mountain, potentially. I'm guaranteed to draw the Walking Mountain if I do that. Let's see. Discover a 5. I can go up to 7, 14, 22, is that right? I can go up to 7, 8, 16, plus 5 is, no, 7, 8, 16, plus 420, that's not enough. Inactive.
This is not what we stood for.
I mean, if I just live this turn, I'm going to be back at full health at the very least. I have another Excavate. But I mean, outside of that, like if he just Giant Tumbleweeds again here, kind of tough. I love Talon. I don't really love Talon. Could have gone better. I need him to play minions. Minions that can survive Walking Mountain's hit. He's got card draw, random spell, a dragon, card. I can just gain 4, but I'd like to gain more than 4. I could destroy that to draw Sunspot this turn. I kind of dig that.
Rotten to the core.
Reincarnate into Sunspot face. Yeah, it gives me a lot of
This is not what we stood for.
it gives me a lot of flexibility this turn. Let's get this down. We hit Shroomskivate or Wildpaw. We can have an extra copy. I don't want a second Wind Chill. Does this make... Oh, he's only got 3 cards left. I got a play right. I think that's okay. I mean, it just takes you away from dying to, like... It takes you away from dying to, like... I don't know. A couple lightning bolts and something, you know? Hopefully... Darn it. Hopefully he has to take the damage. Is that a Sunspot? So he's just gonna gain the life back. He's not as low as it seems, but... If we just clear the board, then he dies to, fatigue. So we're just trying to probably commit to fatiguing him here. So one of them is a dragon. Actually, real nice for us if it's one more card down. But he has to kill the Walking Mountain. He has to kill the dragon. And he has to kill us before fatigue kills him, which doesn't seem possible. Okay, did I say it didn't seem possible? I currently can't deal 1 damage to that. So, all of a sudden it seems very possible. I can't deal 1. There are no cards. There are no cards in my hand or deck that can currently deal 1.
Before the storm.
Wild Paw. I'm gonna try to just put the most minions I can on the board right now. Maybe this is better. Just stop a lightning storm. That I'll allow, that I'll allow, that I'll allow. Okay. Shouldn't be too much of a problem now. This is a beast and an elemental. We can hit here and hit here, then throw that one in. But I want the 2 taunts. So I can play a totem. I don't really want to draw though. And I guess I don't really need the buffs. I could also play this. Like hit, play the legendary treasure. Maybe that's better. Have you seen the Lexus hoverboards video? No, I have not.
What to do?
Take shelter.
That guy, his deck is insane. Honestly, I don't think his deck was close to as good as ours. We have 3 Wild Paw Caverns, he had 0. His Holy Book, which is better than our Astral Portal. He had Flame Behemoth, we had Flint. And this game, I think we played double Flint. He has 1 of the Excavate 4-drops. 2 Don't Stand in the Fires. He really, you know, his deck looked a lot better because he actually has 0 drafted Tumbleweeds. He discovered 2. You know, that 10-1 Mega Wind Fury's up. That would be bad. And Hex is the best card in the world. That's a good point. That's a good point. Alright, let's find them Wild Paws. Caverns. Alright, hopefully no, add a bunch of 4-1s to his hand. We can actually contest it with this hand, though. With that draw and that roll. We don't have a Hex, so if he's playing like a bunch of high mains and a bunch of Mountain Bears, it's going to be hard for us to get through them efficiently, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I might do this. We'll see. If we draw the Wild Paw, we skip this for sure. If I draw a 3-drop, that might change. Uh-oh, okay. So I could play these 2. I can play that and give him 1. Ganked by Bear. Thank you for the Prime. Ganked by Bear. Just gonna give him this. I don't want him to free trade 1 and shoot another. This card's pretty bad. I mean, for him, it's probably not that good. Did he manage to summon an Azurite? I did not. My opponent conceded as I was putting it on the board. But I had it in my hand, and that's got to count for something, right? Thank you, Wolf Burbank, for the Twitch Prime. 2 years. Maybe a little bit of year hype. Playing them saxophones. Playing them saxophones. Wild Paw on curve. Could go 2 and 3. Probably more likely to go 5. But we'll see. We'll see what's on the board, what I can do. You know what? I was really hoping that was inactive for some reason. That having 4 attack is, frankly, a disaster. I can go... I guess I can go 2 to draw the thing. Then I can play this without overloading this turn. And then I could go 2 and 4. I can go 3 and 2. I can go 2 and 3 and 1. Whatever 1 cost treasure I get. We'll see. I've still got the 3-4 spitting out.
Who's ready for another round?
It's a little unfortunate. Makes me kind of want to play this instead. Oh, it's back. And it's a 5-6. Probably won't be able to beat that, personally, honestly speaking. I mean, what can you do? Eye of Chaos. Can't do anything.
Could you repeat that? I'll write that down. You win this.
I mean, if he doesn't have that card specifically, there's really no chance for us. We have apparently hit Barcode City. 4 or 5 wins feels like. Now you can just expect one every game.
Thrall versus Valir.
Shall we dance?
For Doomhammer.
What am I doing? 2 coin for? I'd rather draw Wild Paw.
Okay.
The calm before the storm.
Not a great hand. A 6, a 5, and a 7 on turn 2. And then I would guess it's Ambush. If I had to guess. Could be plagiarized though. Could be cheat death. My guess is Ambush though. Mummy Toss, thank you for the Prime. Thank you for the 9 months of Prime.
Kneel to the
This should summon an extra 3/4 whenever Wild Paw is active, when it's also active. Yo, 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 what's up, Anton? Good to see ya. Funny, if he hits the frozen guy,
The perfect hiding spot.
he won't be able to get his other swing. My issue is... I don't really have a way to get through the poison. It's actually cheat death? That's surprising, but also good for me. What a turn 4 for the rogue. Yeah, that was pretty good for him. Hunter's Insight with a relatively full hand in the early game is good. Outside of that, not so much. Hey, we're doing a hype train. That's pretty cool. RedBeard making money. Chat fighting big Twitch and not getting any ads. I like it. I like it. Win-win. I will say, for those who care, ad revenue in February seems to be a lot better than ad revenue in January. So, thank you to PJ for the raid. Gotta ask him if he played any Fall Guys earlier today.
Light cannot exist.
What do I... What's going on here? Oh, he's taking the trade. I have Lightning Storm in my deck. Would have been better for me to have drawn it. Alright, let's check the healing. Even though it appears to be the least valuable minion on board, I think it's not, actually. Here, let's hit this one. I might not, tumbleweed. Just fell out of my pants here. I did not. Did you get the bounty? I did. Did you get it? Did you take it? The death battle resolves before cheat death after, I mean? Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that. So you got the buff on this guy?
Trust no one.
Yeah, it's kind of weird,
Not even me.
isn't it? I locked it in, didn't do it yet? Okay, yeah, I locked it in. It says I can play Fall Guys. I'm going to play Fall Guys because I actually have already purchased that. I don't know. Half an hour? Play Fall Guys? Sure. Why not? All those games are free to play. Oh, are they? Well, I already had it downloaded, but I uninstalled it, so I reinstalled it. I thought it cost like $20 or something. I guess not. You want to play Fall Guys for half an hour at like 4 in the morning? I don't remember how to play. Don't you just run and jump and die and chat laughs?
Is someone there? Nope, nobody there.
What happened? Or they need to do like a Stream Element sponsorship sometime soon. I'm gonna play some Evening. I don't get to hit him in the face, but I get to not die to some cheese like Puzzle Box, Evolve card, or a Bloodlust, a randomly generated Bloodlust. Fall Guy's been free to play for years. Who charged me for it? Okay, maybe nobody charged me for it.
Welcome to Dr. Mouth.
Zitals? Thank you for your tier 1. We have a, we hit, oh my god, subscriber D-Day the other day. Jandis's gifted subs from a month ago, like a month and 1 day ago, I think, have fallen off, so our Twitch numbers are not where they were. What can you do? Miss the train, that's okay. What can you do, man? I appreciate the sub very much. Don't like him gaining life. Don't like him doing this to me. Das Rumskaveta.
With every strike, we will
I could play this after this is on the board, maybe. I don't want to take 8. How dare these gifted subs not re-sub? There's a lot of gifted subs. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, we make about, at least in January, somewhere between like $2.50 and $5 a day. Twitch Turbo users. That doesn't seem like a lot. How's it going tonight? Well, I mean, this is our first draft. Our deck is insanely strong. And we're gonna try to keep getting wins if we can. If we can, that is. 4, 8. I think we're gonna win. Now he could get Holy Book. As we've seen, Holy Book can create a bit of a holy shit moment for us pretty quickly when this card's on the board. He can't have Holy Book. He's already played Hunter's Insight. Okay, well, then he's probably dead. With you, give one to me, I will resub. I don't know what that means. Didn't he use treasure? He already used his treasure, so he cannot have Holy Book. Yeah, but Wind Fury.
The calm before the storm.
I don't want to play this, because then I'd be tempted to play the Tendril, and the Tendril could, like, deal 15 to this or something.
I'm a fan of this.
Hey, do you want to buy a fun Coke?
Did PJ have fun during his stream? What did he play today? I saw some arena, I think.
That's all for now.
I think. I want to see him right now.
Thrall versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
If you saw arena, it means he had no fun. I've been having fun myself this meta. I think I've kind of locked it down though. So like, you can really only have fun with what? Shaman, Rogue, Priest, not every Priest, some Warriors, some Paladins. If I draft,
Happy New Year, friend.
if I draft Mage, I never have fun. Even though I think I might have fun. Filbert! How dare you? How dare you? Not a good start for our deck. Good tempo, Flint. What is this card? You always get one, right? It might have been correct to just play it. Good Storm here, but then I can't play that. Oof, brutal draw. Gives me another turn to maybe find something like a Nimbus or something like that. Maybe he has a slow turn of his own here. I'm getting smacked in this meta. Never lost so much gold in such a short period. I haven't been losing. I've been playing on like 9 different accounts, so I've actually just been gaining gold on all of them. And really, really brutal draw for us. And there's that card, a turn too late. I guess 2 turns too late. I would have needed it 2 turns ago, so I would have known not to overload. I can't know that. That's ridiculous. Alright, let's just get it down now. We'll spend the next few turns getting at least some stats on the board. But yeah, if I draft Mage, I get smacked. If I draft... I mean, I'm really staying away from Druid and Demon Hunter. They're pretty bad, but I'm just staying away from them. So pre-kills that. Incredibly rude.
Wrangling whelps is harder than it looks.
And he kills that. I need another Lightning Storm. I can freeze the Wind Fury one myself.
Frost bites sharper than fang.
Another Wild Palm. Bring back Spell Damage Totem. Yeah, bring it back. Bring back Spell Damage Totem. I mean, as I get... If I can just prolong the game, I might be able to come back with Flint. He has a weak turn here. Interesting. Oh. That's... I wouldn't have even bothered hitting with that. This is a great Tumbleweed if I can draw one. I did not draw one. I could have drawn one. Wow, I'm going to take 1,000,000 here if I don't hit a Miracle.
Time to light a fire under this town.
Time to light a fire under your ass. Okay.
Calm before the storm.
Maybe not a miracle, but pretty close. You get one more, like, you just get like a 2-mana deal 3, make this card cost 1 more. Then end on a Drilly, and then you're kind of sitting pretty, right? So next turn we can go 4 and 4. I want to get the Wild Paw down. I could play this one and try to roll like a Deathwing. Is Dread's level RNG? No. He would have never been bold enough to play a Flint on 7 mana. That's the RedBeard difference right there. We could have got a better Flint. It's really hard to miss. The only way that goes really poorly for us is if we hit like, I don't even know, Sunspot first, but even that would have been good enough to kill the biggest problem. Frostbite makes this cost 6, which is really effing annoying. I don't want to overload because I can play the mountain next turn. I can go 4 and 3. That doesn't really help. This could be good with Reincarnate. Let's get this down. I still get a 2 cost something. Do I want to draw? Or do I want to taunt? I think I'd rather draw. Now the question is, do I push? Because I can go mountain next turn. But the thing is, I don't want to have to play the mountain. Good hit there. I don't want to have to play the mountain. One Sunspot. Sunspot first is bad because you only had 5 mana though. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that would have been really bad. That would have been the only bad thing. Then you could trade it and maybe find something, but like that would have been bad, yeah. So I can go Drilly Guard. See, I wouldn't bother attacking. He's getting 5 face damage, but he's losing the ability to like free trade. Or I would have just free traded something here. That's fine, I don't care. Elemental, Undead, Mech. Beast. Flint seems like a nice legendary. Yeah, he's great. He was a little dicey. Not bad, but he was a little worse at 3 mana 3/3. He was probably a bit underrated as a 3 mana 3/3. How much did that deal? 4? Okay, I kind of care. Okay, I kind of care a lot now. Tumbleweeds, not enough. So I can hit mountain, 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 hit. Don't really have a choice, right? Mountain, mountain. I can kill the 7/7. Or I can just hit here and here. I'll just sit, I guess. Incredible to have gotten a Reincarnate there. I guess it wouldn't have been that much better. I could kill it and leave a 4/2. But it would be kind of like a 1 mana, you know, kill a 7/7.
This is the best night of our lives!
Got Needle Dick Totem. That doesn't help me. Tumbleweed could help me. I can't cast Tumbleweed if I get it. I can't cast the Legendary Treasure, the Epic Treasure, unless I play it on a 2. Get deal 3 to the board. 2, 2. What else could I get? I could get a Wind Chill. I now have the Tumbleweed. So I want something that can kill this. I'll just spend the 5. It's hard to get this card down where it does anything. It can survive the Tumbleweed, I guess. That's a reason, maybe. It's 2 1/2s. X, I don't mind that much. Watcher, I don't mind that much. I'll give it Rush too. These 2 decks, yeah. Very good. Very good decks. I still think ours looks noticeably better. We've played 2 Wild Paw Caverns, he's played 0. We have 1 more in the deck. He's played 0 Tumbleweeds, we played 1. We have 1 more in the deck.
Protocol 7 engaged.
It's not what you want to see. I really don't want to give him this Plagiarize.
I wonder.
It's all kind of bad for us. Even the poison's bad for us. Sid, re-given not spawning the 5-dive due to totems. If you don't have board space, then no, it won't respawn. If you have, you know, one extra spot open, so you would need, you know, you need at least one. If you had 3 other minions, then you wouldn't get it. Morning, RedBeard. What's up, Jordy? Alright, kill my totem. Please. He gets his totem. I need another tumbleweed. I mean, I don't need a tumbleweed. I'll accept a tumbleweed. Wind chill. I can't kill anything here. Let's freeze this thing. Still can't kill. Go here.
Repeat that.
Here.
I'll write that down.
Garbage.
The snake in your boot.
I'm just gonna get absolutely farmed by this card. Trying to hit Tumbleweed, Fire Ellie, Sunspot should all be helpful here. And he gets an epic treasure. What does this card say? So this can be neutrals. We need to get a Kazakhstan. Wait, it's not probably active. I need to get a bunch of dragons and a Kazakhstan so I can not lose in fatigue. Reincarnate puts spell burst back on. It does, yeah. Tumbleweed. Never lucky. Good lord.
Don't distract me.
Wait, maybe I should have kept that. Okay. 5. Okay, that worked out kind of nice. Now what? I could play the taunt. Taunt's kind of nice.
We'll be fine. It wasn't that big.
Tyrion, break Tyrion, get the weapon. Could be good if I need the weapon. Blessed by RNGesus. Was I? So he trades there. He trades there. He trades there. It's not the end of the world. Giant tumbleweed. Just do that for safety. And then, actually, this should probably be over here because of that. Haunt, trade, reincarnate. Wait, I don't want him drawing. Maybe I do want him drawing. There's nothing I can do about it right now other than tumbleweed, but I'm not going to tumbleweed for that. That's, pretty strong. He's got a sheepish look on his face. So sheepy. I didn't see him today. Why did you destroy the 0-2? He's only got 5 cards left. This game, while I don't anticipate it necessarily going to fatigue at this point, getting him ahead of us in fatigue can matter now.
Put your faith in the light.
Elements guide me.
Put your faith in the light.
You win this.
Looks like we caught him getting in a cat food stash. He'll try. Oh, he'll try. A Twitch user gets gifted a sub every 2 months of watching a stream on average, so my gifted sub is due. I doubt that's true for most channels. 7 wins. Hard fought. Triple Snowfall Guardian. Scar. He will share with you. How much would this deck be if you were to buy it? It's very strong. I think it'd be upwards of 30 cents.
Your soul shall be mine.
Pretty
For Doomhammer.
pretty good there. Guess I could keep both of those. I like really mulling for Wildpaw, but let's say I trade a 2 and I end up with a Tumbleweed. It's like, doesn't really help me, right? Ending? I mean, this is not a 2 I want to throw down early. I think because we have something to do this turn, I'm just gonna get rid of the sunspot, and I can still have the opportunity to coin out Wildpaw Caverns if I'm lucky enough to hit one.
The snake in your boot.
If he has a rock, I was gonna say it's only really bad if he gets this card. Now he gets to keep a 2/1 as well. We have not drawn well. Did happen last game too, but as long as we're not drawing a 9 or something here, probably okay. 6, 7, 9 on turn 3. Last game we had a 5, a 6, and a 7 on turn 2. Not really what you want. Depending on what I draw here, I may have to coin out this card, which it looks like I do. Also kind of terrible.
With every strike, we will strike back
In
hard.
coin, play the Note Taker and put the Shroom Excavate down on 4, but there's a chance this lives and maybe does something. Remember, 1/3 of our deck is Wildpaw Caverns, our Wildpaw Caverns. So any game we don't have one 9 or 10 cards deep, like that's just statistically sort of unlikely. I have Chaos, not very good. So if I play this, I can see what treasure I get first. But if I play this, I guess I get a 3/3 and an extra Shroom Excavate. I only get a 3/3 because I only take damage once.
Eye for an eye.
But still decent. Wow, 7 wins is basically 12. This meta, I've had a lot of 12s. This week we had, in 3 or 4 streams, we had 7 12s, which is kind of like old school Hearthstone results for a lot of arena players. I play the 5 and then hope to win the 50-50. Or I could just play the 6 and kill the one that matters. I'd rather do that. Let's click this one. Haven't heard this one in a while. They all sound the same. Kills our guy, gains 0. One player should get to gain 2 from that. Like whoever is missing health, I should get the health, so. Plugging away, trying to make it to this card, which seems to be relatively easy right now. We could try to win a 50-50. Go 2-3-2. That doesn't seem great. Let's see what we get here. Actually, this isn't that bad because it has Rush. If I hit here, it's really good. If I hit here, it's less good. I mean, really good. It's like serviceable. It's kind of like a Tumbleweed effect, only I've gotten 3 small minions, a little bit of health, a little bit of card draw, instead of 1/6/6. It's just gonna get spawned or siphoned or whatever.
You face Jiraxxus,
That's not good for me.
Lord of the
I know that
Prairie
much.
Legion.
Hit that one. Alright, so we have to play the rest of the game against Jiraxxus on curve. Maybe we high roll. You know what? I'd consider that a high roll. Will be enough. I mean, if it just gets siphoned, probably not. If he plays a spawn and misses, probably yeah. I like this though. We missed the 3 damage, but oh well, there's the spawn. Always comes down. Discards garbage. Unfortunately for us. I can do this and this. What a wild paw here. Doesn't really help. Let's see what I get first. Get extra minions. I can have a thing. I'd rather go wide, I think. Maybe we high roll this. We did not high roll it. You can't tap. You can get a 6/6 every turn. He has a rare treasure. A giant shitter. I mean, he's at mostly full health. I can hit. Oh, he's gonna kill one of them though, huh? I guess I can use this and just reincarnate it, and then I can just run him in. 1. Oh, that's not fair. I hit, then respawn it, and I can hit him for 6. Hit. Reincarnate. Hit. Punch him. What's a good high roll 3 cost? There's a 4/5 rush. Any taunt would have been okay for us. I don't know. Actually. Can't kill it though. It's gonna hit him in 16. Battlegrounds minion. What's up, Chris? Yeah, that's a Battlegrounds minion out here. Maybe they meant to put that in Battlegrounds as like a tier 7 unit.
Got a tomb with your name.
Wait, he's dead. He doesn't know he's dead. Can a Mega Wind Fury minion attack again with Wind Fury? No. Just 4 attacks. Okay, beat a Jiraxis on curve is always a good sign. Mega Wind Fury can only attack 4 times. No matter if you get like more Wind Fury or anything. Have we had more Shamans or Rogues go 12 this week? We have, yeah. A couple more for each. I think we had an 11 Wind Priest.
Thrall versus Tyrande.
What about Mega Wind Fury? Now that's different. A Mega Wind Fury minion can attack 16 times. Only RedBeard is allowed to access that. I love to accelerate. Nate, thank you for the 15 months. Very cool, very kind. Very much appreciated. Bum, 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 bum. I'll Shroomscavate on curve if I have to. I guess I'd be more likely to play this. It's kind of funny because if I hit an elemental, I'm probably priced into doing this. I need to kill that. This does kill it. Wind Chill can freeze 1. Do I really care about wind chilling? Let's see what the math looks like here. I just don't care. Try to wind chill something more meaningful at a different stage in the game.
Welcome to
If I didn't have a play for next turn, if this was a 3/2 and I wanted to like force him to trade this one if he wanted to get the trade, then sure, but I'm more than happy to have him double trade here. Saravok, thank you for the 11 months of Prime. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't care what they say about you behind your back. I think you're wonderful. I do. Alright, Wild Paw on curve. Love to kill that. Would love to Lightning Storm the Sport away, but if he's not getting like incremental value from this, like from a mana geode or like, drawing cards or something, it's not that good. Like when we do it, we want to do this on our own time, on our own terms.
Come closer.
Yeah, pretty annoying because he gets the thing, but that's a much better freeze. And then we probably roll Deathwing here, I would imagine. Never lucky. Honestly, probably better than Deathwing because it's, you know, just gonna get death before it can hit him. At least this thing, before it gets death, hits him in the face for 8.
Just a pinch of it.
He didn't do that. I'm gonna Shroomscavate it. And then I'm gonna reincarnate it, and then I'm gonna kill him. Okay, that should probably be a clip. That should probably be a clip. Man, Red, that was dirty. That was pretty rough. -1 barcode player. Apocalypse? Apocalypse is a real player. How dare you? I had to do it, and then they got cured of their disease while I was playing because of how well I played. It boosted their immune system.
You give me strength.
For Doomhammer.
The order was to reincarnate it, then Shroomscavate it so the Wind Fury carries over to the next frame. No. No. That's going to make them feel bad. It's going to give them, you know, they're going to feel bad, and then I'll feel bad. Cured on only 11 wins? Must not have been that serious. No, it was just like I think it was the measles. Drawing a few extra cards before the game gets going, increasing my odds, hopefully, of hitting Wildclaw Cavern on curve. If I have the coin, I can get it out earlier, but now I have a better chance, I think, of just getting it. Hey, Red got here, and the first thing I see is a King Crush OTK.
Welcome to Dog Poop in the Mouth.
Never lucky. That's
Me
a clip.
rolling up at please.
Thank you for that.
The calm
Me rolling up at Red's place. It's an elemental. Oh, of course it's an elemental. Let's see. This one. I didn't make it this far into the episode. Not going outside today. Draw the overload now. Want to play Wild Pod next turn, so I don't really want to forge this. It's your son George Bush Jr. and Jeb Bush. Come outside, Dad.
Light cannot exist without the dark.
Come out, Dad. Okay, what am I doing here? I can zap it and trade. I can zap it and shroomscavate and double trade. And then I could also not overload this turn. I can zap it and do that. But I think I like getting this down while I have a minion I actually care about. Hi, Red. How are we doing? Pretty good, Bill. First run of the night. That guy's face. That's so good. Alright, what am I doing here? Inactive. Play this gives me 4 mana. It will not be big enough to wholly avoid that. Elemental Beast, Elemental Beast, Elemental. It might not get the buff, but it might get the buff. Murloc. Beast. I mean, it's 0 mana, 4/5 for us.
Feeling punchy. Just get right.
Let's play some Neutral Milk Hotel. Neutral Milk Hotel doesn't really translate to stream very well. People historically have not liked it nearly as much as I do. It's a little wacky. It's a little experimental. His voice. The first time you listen to it, I could see people not liking it, not getting it, and then listening to it again in the future, like every day for the rest of their lives. I like the song. I think it's great. This is my favorite album of all time, I think. In there, playing over the sea, the whole album, straight through. I've probably listened to it at least 500 times, straight through. I'm doing something every day for the rest of my life, better be premium, like Genshin.
you weep.
For some reason, the part that makes me laugh the most is Bush going, "Boys, where are you going?" Yeah, that's great too. They fly on like a string. Homer's voice pretending to be them. The look on everyone's face at the elk meeting, and then when he says he's already explained it, and then like the subtle animation to have everybody like turning their heads like, oh yeah, well, yeah, he did. Oh yeah, oh that's right. He did already say that. It's perfect. It's the best part. Well, it's really hard to say what the best part is. Like every second of every song is absolute perfection in this album. RedBeard, you work too much. You're right. Goodbye. See ya. Just kidding. Good night. What's up, Electricity?
Here comes the drop.
What album is this? In the Airplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. This is the title track. It is, I would say, the best song on the album, but also the most accessible, I think. I can get 2 of those. I don't really want 2 of those.
Welcome to dog poop in the
I can hit
mouth.
there and then hit there. I think I'll just do this. See if I get a heal or a rush. Heal's pretty solid here. Rap Game Cincinnatus, thank you for the prime. I had sex to this album with a Persian girl who had peach fuzz all over her body. You know, I don't mind a little bit of fuzz all over in the body. That's fine. That's fine. Don't mind no hair. You know what I really like? It's a woman that'll agree to do schmecks with me from time to time. That's one of my absolute favorites. A woman that doesn't get physically ill when, you know, get naked around me. When she sees me naked. Can't wait to see this 12-win run. Well, we got 10. That's pretty good. Scratch my nose in an aggressive manner.
I don't need.
Let's see. I got an elemental beast and an elemental and a beast. So I can buff them both because one takes the elemental buff and one takes the beast buff. So it's actually not really a risk here for us. I saw Neutral Milk Hotel live. It was actually quite a wild time, if I'm going to be honest with you. It was very wild. People were going hog wild, some would say.
I'll write that down.
I just want to see.
I mean, it's like, is he going to play the tumbleweed? Probably. But what are you going to do? Double minion type is the best thing to happen in Hearthstone. You think it's the best thing? I think it's a good thing. I think was somewhat surprising that it took as long as it did to come to fruition, but I think it's a good change. I think it's a good thing. I'm gonna play this on an empty board, unanswered. It can really put a lot of pressure on people. Like, are you spending time killing this stuff? And then, you know, there's some sense of inevitability with this card. Not to kill him, but to do something meaningful still. He's not tumbleweeding, so he's not really winning until he tumbleweeds, right? Does a block it don't stand in the fire quite well as well. Walking Mountain, I don't need it. Would you say Buck Wild or not to that level? Oh, they were going Buck Wild. It was, I don't know how many, it was a small-ish venue in Arizona. I was dating a gal that liked them. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's The Rock. Can I see all the photos? I want to see different angles.
I must protect the wild.
For Doomhammer.
Unsurprisingly somewhat, this doesn't showcase the layout of the room. How close is Tucson to Scottsdale? I remember we drove through Scottsdale. Are they close or are they far away? The layout of it was like here's the stage, and there was like 30, 40 feet directly in front, but then there was just like kind of like a wraparound. We were on like the side, and it kind of went like kind of like a crescent shape around, but it was small. 1 hour, an hour and a half? Probably not. I feel like we didn't drive outside of where we were staying too far. Bill, thank you for the gifted sub to Era Kavetsky, who's my favorite streamer. I watch the most Dreads. I've watched Dreads for many years now. I've been streaming for almost 6 years, and I watched Dreads for a year or two before I started streaming. But I like a lot of streamers. I really like watching Cheese and Punkation play Super Mario 64. I like watching Asmo play Standard. I like watching Andy Perfect play, he plays Earthbound speedruns. I like Lack Attack when he's doing Super Mario 64 speedruns. Not 64, Super Mario RPG speed runs. I think Wobble is one of the funniest Hearthstone streamers when he's streaming. Wobble Wheezy. I think Dose is a great streamer. I just don't like watching that much Arena after I've played 6 or 7 hours of Arena or 8 hours of Arena a day. Crescent Ballroom. Oh, I think it was the Crescent Ballroom. I also might be making that up. Crescent Ballroom? Phoenix? Place looks bigger, but maybe. 2014, they did play the Crescent Ballroom. I feel like we had already broken up by then. So I don't know. What am I doing here? 2 and 2? I want to hit his face with that greedy pickaxe on the board. I want power on the board. Should I go tell Crescent Ballroom 2014? Let's see. We were dating when the Kings won both their Stanley Cups, which was 2012 and 2014, but I think we broke up shortly after the Kings won their 2014 Cup. Where'd Wobble go? I mean, he always kind of comes and goes. Okay, I've got a Murloc. They're both frozen. Got another thing coming out. Let's just do this. Oh, but I'm not freezing his face this turn. Kind of stinks. Lots of indie acts play there. Either way, happy for you that you got to see them. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't really recall. And like, I can remember most like LA venues I went to. It's the only time I've ever been to Arizona. He gains 6 swings. Oh, he has 5 attack. Okay. So I have 4, 7, 10, 12. I need 2 damage. Alright, well. I need 1 damage. About 20 picks in. 15, 20 picks into this deck. We got our second Wild Paw, and I predicted we would go 12. 23 or 24 picks in, we got our third Wild Paw. And I think I spit out my water I was drinking. So I am not at all surprised the deck went 12. That was like the easiest 12-win prediction. And maybe the best deck we drafted this meta. And the only game we lost to a Hunter who played his Highlander 3-4 that cleared my board on turn 3 or 4. Must have been 4. And then brewed it back and played another version of it. And it was a 5-6. Also clearing my board and pushing another 5. And then we were dead on whatever turn 5. That was the only game we lost.